बात तो है कि कितनी अच्छा जीवन है आपका, इतना अच्छा समर्पित जीवन, कितना प्यार है। संगम से संगम युग तो और 200 साल जिए और आप भी 2 साल जीने चाहिए। मस्त परिवार का आनंद भी मिलता रहे, सखियों का साथ भी हो, कितना अच्छा है। तो संगम युग का डेट 2069, अब 36 नहीं 69 रहेगा, और इसको बहुत आनंद लीजिए आप, बहुत खुशी से। और न तो ये बात देख लेंगे और मजा लेंगे, क्योंकि 100 साल तो कम से कम आप ओके एंजॉय बाय। बस बहुत अच्छी बात है। ठीक जाइए बस, वाह बाबा वाह का गीत गाते रहिए।
We welcome Raju Bhai and we are thankful to him that he has given us time to come to Gyan Sarovar and meet us. So Raju Bhai is the he is the treasure of knowledge because he takes care of the Murlis. He has So Rajubai is taking care of the Murli department in Shantivan. He has been very close with Dadis. So our today's topic is Dadi, the spiritual love of Dadis, and Bhaiji will explain that to us in detail. And we also try to emerge that love in ourselves. Om Shanti. Raju Bhaiji, welcome. Om Shanti. The ocean of love, our beloved Baba, and Baba's lovely creation, especially the double foreigners, those who have come from far away land and they are still being sustained by Baba's love. How can I tell them my experience of love? Because they themselves are sustained in love. When I was 4 years old, and at that time Mateshwari, Jagadamba Mateshwari came to my village with 35 Dadis. It was a very small village in which there was no facilities, no latrine, no bathroom, no electricity, no nothing. And Baba sent Mama and Dadis in our small town. I don't even remember that. But my Lokik father and uncle and mother, sisters, they all got engaged with Baba and Baba's family. And a very beautiful pathshala was made. I was sustained in that pathshala. I studied there. And when I was 15 years old, I was in 9th grade. I came to Madhuban in 71. When I came to Madhuban, Baba and Mama both were already avyakt. But after they became avyakt, Baba made instruments Baba made Dadi and Didi ji instruments. Didi means Manmohini Didi, and Dadi means Dadi Prakashmani, whom Baba used to say Dadi Kumarika. So after Baba became avyakt, Baba gave the responsibility to sustain the whole family to them, and that responsibility was given to them on 21st January 1969. And whatever Baba used to say in corporeal, they started to give it a practical proof. And for that, they expanded Yajna. In the expansion of Yajna, Baba used to say, the time will come that there will be long queue from Abu Road to Mount Abu, and there needs to be a big hall and big places for them. So whatever Sakar Baba used to say. So there were it was a small family in front of corporeal Baba, Sakar Baba. At that time it was just 100,000 souls in the family. And Pandav Bhavan was also very small. When I came in 71, the construction was going on. Even 100 people would come. There was no facility to accommodate them. So they used to heat up the water outside, and they would take that bucket of hot water in the bathroom and to take shower. And even the food was being prepared on very simple earthen pots. There were no servants because Yajna was going through a beggary part. So whoever Dadis, they were in different places. They were made cooperative, and Dadis made others cooperative as well. There were only 5 brothers in Madhuban. When I came, there were about 25 brothers in Madhuban. Now it's about more than 1,000. They all used to do karmana seva, meaning service by action. And because there were no laborers, so from morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, we brothers used to do Karmana Seva, to heat up the water, to bring water in the room at all the rooms, then get ready and wash clothes, and then prepare food. So a lot of work was there, but Didi and Dadi sustained us with lot of love. So we worked hard, but they gave us good tolis. They made good hot halwa for us. So that is how we were sustained. The Manmohini had special attention that whoever comes to Madhuban should have attention to the study, because this kind of work anyone can do, but even servants can do such work, but servants and Baba's children do it different, and that is why Didi and Dadi used to say that you are not servants, that you just work for the whole day, but you also have to pay attention to knowledge and yoga. You shouldn't miss Amrit Vela Yoga. She used to pay our attention to Amrit Vela a lot, because Didi herself used to conduct yoga for us. She would sit at 4 o'clock after taking shower in the history hall. There was no chair in the whole hall. Everyone would sit on the floor, and Didi would conduct yoga. So when Didi gave us the leave after Amrit Vela Yoga, Dadi, we used to get ready, and Dadi would read Murli for us, because Didi did not study much in her Lokik, but Didi was very smart, very sharp, and she was the number one student, and she would take out the essence of Murli. She would bring questions. And after the Murli, Didi would say, let's play badminton, meaning she would ask question and everyone has to answer. She would ask question in a very entertaining way, and Didi would say those who reply will get double toli, and those who don't reply will get no toli. And there was a feeling of family, because there was no other service. So if there is a party, then we would be 100 of us, otherwise we were 50 of us all together. And there was always a concern, if someone comes, a big group comes, how would we feed them, how would we bring them hot water, etc. But Didi and Dadi always had the feeling that if we want to expand the family, we need good accommodation. So in 74, the meditation hall was made. It was a bigger hall than history hall. So first was Yoga Bhavan, that is beside Gyan Vigyan Bhavan, and it could accommodate 12. And in 74, meditation hall was ready, and we felt that it was a huge hall because there were 500 to 600 can sit, and there was no chair. We used to sit on the floor, so there were 400 to 500 could sit. But then even that became smaller, and the staff got increased. So we needed brothers. So young Kumaris, Baba never kept them in Madhuban because Baba would say, you go to centers and serve. So in Sindhi, but the old senior sister is called Dadi and senior brother is called Dada. While in other region, we would say senior sister Didi and senior brother Bhaiya. So Didi and Dadi made our foundation so strong. So no matter how much karmana seva you do, but you should have your chart of knowledge and yoga. Our museum was made. Baba had made the museum before he became Avyakt. So Gulzar Avyakt Bab Dada came in Dadi Gulzar's body and they inaugurated the museum. After that, whenever and all brothers had a duty between 6 to 8 to serve in the museum, that every brother has to explain at least 3 parties. So we would explain in the evening, we would go to museum from Pandav Bhavan by walking, then come back to Pandav Bhavan and then eat dinner. So Didi and Dadi had that thing that everyone should have knowledge in their intellect and you should never miss Murli. So you should read and write Murli in a variety ways. Whenever I came here, I showed interest to learn typing. Then they said you would have to learn Sindhi. So Dada Vishwaratan taught me Sindhi, and one other brother taught me typing. Didi's writing was very, very hard to read because she did not study at school. So Didi did not study at school, so her handwriting was not very good, plus she would write in a shorthand, like if she wanted to write world drama, then she would write W and D like that. So I could read Gulzar Dadi, Ishu Dadi's writing, everyone's Dadi, but it was hard for me to read Didi's writing. Dadis were very simple and we used to call Dadi in the office and Dadi would read and I would type that Dadi, you speak and I will type. So I did all Karmana Seva. Also I learned typing and I learned Sindhi, and that is why I got chance to come close to the seniors and Dadis. How does the letter comes? How do we respond to everyone? So Didi and Dadi, Didi got a responsibility to answer all the letters, and she made all of us cooperative. So she would always say that you give the answer in few lines, but you fill the letter with this knowledge, the jewels of knowledge. You give love is our life, but without knowledge we can't imbibe this study. And we can always have yoga only when we have knowledge in our mind. If we miss Amrit Vela, so we were very young, and we would do yoga for 15 minutes and then we would get up, and Didi had a question. Didi would ask that how do you do yoga? I must be nodding off somewhere, and I replied, just how everyone does it, I do it. And she asked me, how does everyone do it? How would I respond? I just remained silent. And she said, let me show you how to do yoga. You do yoga being gopi. Don't become Udva and do yoga. Udva was very knowledgeful, and he had a lot of feelings for God, while gopis used to play and sing and dance with God. Sometimes they used to tie Sri Krishna to the tree because they used to consider Sri Krishna to be God. So Urdhva would say to gopis, they don't know whom they are playing with. He's so highest on high, while gopis were very innocent. So Didi used to say, become gopi and remember and connect with Baba. Just remember Baba and love him is yoga. So you love Baba with lot of love. So Baba has made our life so beautiful. Baba has made our life so beautiful. We were in so much bog. We were in vices, and see how beautiful our life has become now. So Didi herself was a gopi, and she would have tears of love when she would remember Baba. Just remember Baba with love, not just by intellect. So this is the sustenance. It's not the sustenance that you just feed Tholi, because that's a family, but real sustenance is sustenance by knowledge. So Didi used to say, you come here, since you have been here, you take care of your company. So I was wondering, company is bad outside. How can how can the company be bad here? Those, Didi said, those who have, those who are, those who don't do Amrit Vela, don't attend Murli class, if they only do seva all the time, then they will go in waste for the whole day, and you would have that influence. So only have the company of those who likes Amrit Vela, Murli, knowledge, yoga, etc. Only then there is your benefit. And those who don't have attention to themselves at all, just did service and then eat and drink and be merry, then that is not beneficial. Then that company is not beneficial. The third teaching Didi said was, Didi became like my private teacher, and third teaching she gave was that if you want to correct yourself, the easiest way to correct yourself is not just when you read Murli class, when you do class or you do Amrit Vela. If you want to correct yourself, then you become your own teacher. You teach yourself. You teach yourself. You become your own teacher. So Didi taught us how to become our own teacher. Go in solitude. Ask yourself, Baba, out of so many people in the world, how come you just chose me? Which speciality did you see in me that you made me belong to you? But have I done lot of devotion? Because you come to give fruit of devotion. I must have done lot of devotion from copperage onwards, because in this birth I haven't done much devotion. So you talk to yourself like this. So we also have to become deities. Means we should not be greedy that I eat this, I keep this, I store this. So you have to check whether I have royalty. So if you tell someone, they will not understand. So explain that I have to become deity, I have to become angel in the confluence age. And how much have I imbibed? The day when I became Baba's child, how much transformation have I done in my sanskars, in the anger, vice of lust, vice of greed. I want this, I want that, I eat this. The subtle attachment. And if you have any speciality, then you develop ego. So this vice of lust harasses you. It harasses you from inside. and the vice of anger burn you from inside. The vice of greed makes you wander around. The vice of attachment tangles you, and vice of ego makes you hang from above. So you check yourself. You don't become upset or disappointed, because this is all the sanskaras of Maya. So don't ever think, how should I do it? How can I do it? Don't be upset on yourself. God is our companion. So take His help and you take one step forward. So by taking God's help, your sanskaras will be changed. So Didi gave us very subtle teachings, and I used to meet her every day. There was not a single day when I did not meet Didi. She would say something or the other in the points of knowledge. When Didi became Avyakt, there was a lot of responsibility on me, because Baba said Dadi Janki that she has to stay in London. So Baba called Chandramani Dadi, Shantamani Dadi, and few other Dadis, and they all used to stay in Madhuban. So to read letters, write answer, all those things I learned from Didi, and in 83 Dadi gave all that responsibilities to me. So there was so much expansion of seva from all the centers. There were a lot of letters come, and Dadi gave that responsibility to me. But there were some letters I could not respond, because the head of Yajna was responsible to answer. So Dadi would call me at 4 p.m. every day, and I would read, I would write, I would read all the letters to her, and she would just listen, write it in her notes. She would close the eyes and she would give reply to me, and she would say, write few lines and give them knowledge. So I was given responsibility of reading and writing letters. Dadi was also number one in giving teachings. Once I was very sick by my body, so I went to Naki Lake during the rainy season, and there were a lot of murlis. So in 10 to 12 years, we had lot of murlis, 3 to 4,000 murlis, and I was engaged in typing murlis for the whole day. So I got wet in the rain when I went to Naki Lake, and I had fever. So I got medicine which went wrong on me. And the blood circulation got decreased. I could not even climb one stairs. If they give me flour, then I would not be able to push. I would not be able to press it, because I did not have any power in my hands. So Dadi thought, what has happened to me? Doctors would just laugh at me because at that time there was young pilgrims who go on a walk, and doctors laughed that he doesn't want to go for that walking pilgrimage, and that is why he is acting as if he is sick. So Dadi said, no, it's not possible. Send him to Abu Road. So one other doctor at Abu Road checked me, and he said he can't get up because he has polio. That's a disease. So they gave me many injections, and sent me to Ahmedabad for physiotherapy. And Dadi had a thought that Dadi used to pay attention that the disease of body should not influence mind. What did Dadi say then? So one brother, so Dadi gave him a duty that don't let him sleep on the bed. So just take him to every center to conduct class. There were 25 centers in Ahmedabad at that time. Now there are many centers. So he would take me to centers at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I would conduct class, and then he would take me to a magnetic therapy place. They would just keep a magnet, and no one would talk there. I had to sit there for few hours. So this illness was like a blessing for me, because I could engage myself in knowledge and yoga. So Baba told him, you just give him the flour. He would need the flour. So in the morning, they would give me flour, like a wheat flour, and I would knead the dough. And same way, and slowly my fingers got better. And Dadi came to see me. She was very happy. She put her hands on my head, and she took me back to Madhuban. So Dada, and then I started typing again in Madhuban. In 3 days, my speed got even faster than what it was, better. So I got sustenance from Didi and Dadi like that. Never think that you are young. Don't feel disappointment. You stay in your self-respect and you give regard to others. And next, Dadi would say, you become a bestower. You become generous-hearted. Never think if someone comes, never think that he has to give. No, you have to give. You give whatever you have to give. So this brother has come to do question answer. So first of all, great thanks to Paiji that brother shared stories with Didi and Dadi about the sustenance. I also listened to Bhaiji for many years. I learned a lot from him, and I was feeling so proud that how am I sitting with Bhaiji, the brother who has got sustenance from Didi and Dadi and also Baba. So even now 25,000 people used to come in parties, while at that time just 100 used to come. So it's such a big fortune that we are sitting with him because he has gone through a long journey. Baba Bhaiji said very beautiful things, and I would like to ask you a question based on that. We all know that all of us love Murli because that is our experience to meet the Supreme Father. And how do we meet Him? With the help of knowledge. So I would like to say through Murli, you have Bhaiji, you have got very high level service in this yagya. Even though they are dadis or didis or 1-2 day old child, murlis are similar for everyone. But I would like to say the day of 60s and 70s when Baba used to conduct murli, I have heard that murlis were very big. Nowadays we get murli of 3 to 4 days, and I'm sure you must have contributed a lot to write essence. How do you take decision that this points should be there, not there, etc. So Bhaiji is saying when the service expanded, when there were good children who came to Baba's centers, so there was the class can be 45 minutes long. If you have a even longer class, then people get bored. So Dadi would read Murli, and she would call me after Murli, and Dadi would tell me, so if there is long Murli, then it would take longer than 45 minutes, because otherwise everyone will get up from the centers. So we should have the Murli in essence for 3 to 4 pages. Never send long points. And Dadi herself would point out, we would do brackets that don't send this or send this and that. So Dadi had the full responsibility of reading Murli, and then she would point out to me that this is what you have to do, this is what you can delete or add, like that. And I used to sit with Avyakt Bap Dada every day, because I used to write Murli from Avyakt Bap Dada every day. And in the morning, I would read those points in front of the class, and Dadi would say, send these points to all the centers. And Ishu Dadi would also help me write question, answer, essence, etc. So Dadi started that everyone study as a student, and whatever Dadi started, we are studying Murli even now. Those who come new, they have questioned that we have come so late according to drama that Baba used to relate Murli for the whole night. Are we missing something from that? What is your opinion? What is your opinion that they think that are we getting everything or are we missing anything? So Bhaiji is saying Baba's children would not miss anything. Baba wants to give everything to every children because you are getting essence of everything. Since you are fortunate because you don't have to make anything, you are getting everything ready made. Baba, earlier days there was so much effort. The atmosphere was such, the people were opposing us. Now we have so much facility, so at that time we used to make so much effort just for sending one Murli to a center. But nowadays every mobile has Murli. So you have come in the time such that you are getting everything ready made and refined. So never think that we have come late. Whatever good reading that I have got from Karachi, I definitely send to all Brahmins, and I plan to send Mama specific Murli to everyone on Mama Day, etc. We don't have much material though, because at that time Baba did not bring all the material, but whatever I got from diaries, I write it in the Murli so that everyone gets it. And Baba gives all the sustenance to everyone that is needed. Didi had that intoxication. Didi had that interest that everyone should become a teacher. You should become teacher of yourself. Can you share a practical experience that how you have become your own teacher and how have you brought transformation about it? It is like that sanskars are very big. Jagdish Bhai used to conduct a class very in an entertaining way, that the tail of dog can never get straight even after. So similarly, after becoming Brahmin, even though you are doing yoga, you are doing gyan, but your sanskars are there. So don't, because you have hidden your seed in this nice atmosphere. But sometimes it comes out because it is not burnt completely yet. So Baba says, you have such sanskars in you, so it can come anytime. So we have all 5 types of sanskars in us. Even though we haven't done much in this life, but we have done everything in the previous birds. When I got department, when I got office and room at the same time. In office there were computer and printer. I had some companions, but they used to leave. They were in a different place. When I was sleeping, someone or the other would come and wake me up. That brother, I need a photocopy right now. So I got very upset and I used to print them for them, but I was very irritated because I was on duty for 24 hours. There was no rest. So internally, I felt that I was getting irritated. So once I went into solitude and I realized, see, if I have to give them, and if I have been told that I have to stay in this room, why am I doing this? If you want to do it with love, otherwise don't do it. And I then tried to change my sanskars. It took some time, but slowly by slowly, just smile at them and then give them love and then do their work as well. And then Baba also helps, because when you have courage, Baba definitely helps. So that sanskars got changed. So it takes some time to change any sanskars, and for that you need the powerful thought, a thought with determination. What is tapasya? Tapasya means disinterest. Tapasya means a determined thought. Only if you have determination, you can make transformation.
विकराल विनाश खड़ा आगे। अब हम सबका शिव पिता ने बतलाया है। शिव पिता को अब याद करो। पांडव शिव शक्ति सेना की रणभेरी अब फिर बजती है। शिव बाबा के ज्ञान से फिर माया को मार भगाना है। शिव पिता को अब याद पार ही सतयुग में अब तुम्हें आना है। धाम में तुम्हें सतयुग में अब तुम्हें आना है। धाम में
So Bhaiji gave a very good example that how do we check ourselves, because wherever we have got service, whatever effort we are making, but if I think that I am disturbed somewhere, or if I am not doing proper service, then at that time you have to check ourselves, realize and change ourselves. And how do we use this knowledge in ourselves? So we felt, Bhaiji, that you are very fortunate. So when you have reached to such stage, so some of us have not even seen Dadis, that feelings does come, that whatever part we are playing, we haven't got sustenance from Dadis. How do we feel those experiences? So you share us experience, but how do we experience the time with Dadis? Who thinks that we have not got fortune? I feel that after Dadis became Avyakt, after Baba became Avyakt, Dadis and Baba are sustaining us even more. Those who have sustained, established this yajna and sustained it, even though they are not here practically, but their subtle sustenance, their love, there is there, and they experience that, and they receive, they feel, when they come to Madhuban, they feel that they are receiving subtle sustenance. Dadis have gone to different part, but their complete form is with Baba, and this subtle region is our true home. And to experience that, we come into essence, we come into feelings with Dadis and Baba, and our feelings are with knowledge. So it's been 20 years that Dadis used to guide me for everything. Prakashmani Dadiji guided me for everything. Dadis became Avyakt in 2007, and she handed me over everything, that you take care of it. No one, so I wouldn't say Dadis are not there. Why do I do that? No, we don't say all that. If I don't do it, Baba would not let me sleep. If I don't do my service, he would not let me have yoga with him. When I go to Baba's room, when I go sit in solitude, I feel that Dadi is saying, you still haven't written this, you still haven't done this part. So whatever experience we used to have in corporeal, in sakar way, I used to get that experience in Baba's room. Whatever feelings, you remember them with, you would get that sustenance. Don't go to any brothers or sisters. Just go to Baba's room. Tell Baba, Baba, can you give me experience of Dadi Janki or Dadi Gulzar, through Baba's drishti, you would get that sustenance, you would get that love. But don't just use your intellects, but have love, have feelings for them. And I have experienced that many times. If I'm missing anything, if or I am not understanding anything, if I am not doing anything, so there is so much service going on for Murli nowadays. So during Dadi Prakash Mani's time, there was a family of 6 to 7 lakhs. Now it's about the double, 14 lakhs. And whoever were giving sustenance, they are all avyakta now. Now Baba has made us instrument, but we are not doing anything. Baba sustains them. So everyone feels that today's Murli was for me, today's blessing was not for today's blessing was for me, today's question answer was for me. So who does that? Baba does that. So we only take care that we don't use our intellect. We use the intellect of intellects is with us, so we use him. I have not seen college nor university, but Baba has made me instrument to give homework to all the centers or everyone. So there are many brothers who are gold medalists sitting with me, and they ask how much I have studied. I would say I'm double BA, double MA, means double Mama, double Baba. So Mama and Baba, whatever signal they give us, whatever they tell me, I just do it. There is some effort, but I don't feel that I am doing it. So I just invoke them and say, they are your children, you just make me do it, and then I write it. So you keep your intellect clean and clear. So don't mix anything. So the one who is giving touchings is giving us touchings. And if your intellect is right, you would get match your touching in the Murli. So if it's not matching with the Murli, there is your own dictate sometime. So I always check if it's matching or not. I check myself, and the Karan Karavan Har Baba makes me do it. Such a beautiful thing. There is no Lokik degree, but every Baba's children, whether they are scientists or gold medalists, they have Baba's Murli to study, and Bhai Sahib is the instrument to give that Murli to everyone. It's such a big task, but he's so humble. This touching and catching power and matching with Murli, I would like to ask a question. We feel that this Murli is for me because whatever situation I am going through, this point makes me beyond and to walk along. So you are not deciding those points, but the dates that you choose, that this Murli should go this time, or every 5 years Murli repeats? How does it go? Who decides which Murli should go where? So Murli is going according to the serial numbers. So 67, 68, those. So before 62, Baba did not clear this knowledge very well, but after 62, Baba explained it very well, that soul is a point, Baba is a point. Then this knowledge became clear. Then Baba said, whatever was taught earlier, just destroy them. When Baba became Avyakt, everyone had a thought, how would Murlis run now? So when Baba came on 21st January, Baba said, whatever the refined Murli, you revise them. So all those 5-6 years Murli we start, and we take care when they are to be repeated, that the date changes. We just change the dates. The month stays the same, but the year changes. So when Baba says this Murli is on, Baba says it's Thursday, and if the Murli goes to center, we have to change the date, because that Murli should go to centers on Thursday. So if the Murli is of Holi, so we have to adjust the date so that it goes on the day of Holi only. So I have to change those things accordingly. So 18 January is coming. I have to set it up. I have to write a blessing accordingly. I have to do Avyak signals according to that. So I am trying to set everything that is based on tapasya. So a lot of thanks, Bhaiji. And that is why we say that how Baba makes his children instruments and makes everything work. So it's a big responsibility to take care of Baba's elevated version. He must be, he is so humble, and there should be so much intellect should so much surrendered, so that we think Baba is using me. So thank you so much, Bhaiji. We have heard that Dadi and Didi were the balance of law and love. If you just give love, you also need law at that time. So what is it by saying the balance of law and love? Sometimes the mother gives lot of love to the children and they get spoiled. So the father would give them stern eyes, so that they get balanced. So Didi and Dadi plays a role of law and love. Our main dharana is purity. Our drishti, our attitude should be pure. It's not that you taunt or just stand somewhere or you talk whatever, you come into sound too much, you walk and eat. Then, if those kind of things would go to Dadi, she would become lawful along with loveful. And she would say, if you want to stay here, you have to follow this. And Didi would say to that extent that if you want to get married, let me know, I'll get you married. Meaning, we don't want any familiarity. Why are you sitting together? So when people see, they would always think that, are they tangled with each other? This is our family and we are brothers and sisters. But here we are family, we should have love, but there should not be any we should always stay in maryadas, and they would conduct very powerful class that people would get in fear, so that they would feel that I have made a mistake. So they conducted a class that we can make our characters higher. So Baba gave us law and love both and sustained us. If there is any difficulty, they would give them love and cooperation. So they sustained us even more than how mother and father would sustain us. If someone was sick, Dadi would come by herself, and that was love. But when there are maryadas, they should not get, there should not be any obstacle on maryadas. So there was special class for that. So if there is any complaint, then she may not say directly, but they would get direct signal that this should not happen. So if we get any teachings or any signal, we should think that there is love behind that law. So other point, this the essence, question, answer, blessing, slogan, are they repeated or they are the same? Sometimes there is Mama's Murli, sometimes there is night class. Who decides, or how do you decide all that? What is the difference between Murli and the night class? So we just have very selected night class. So I got a diary, Dadi's diary, in which Mama's Murli were written. So there is repetition. So if there is lot of repetition in Murli, then I would keep Mama's Murli or night class. And if the Murli is little short, then I would add a little Murli. So if we just send 2 pages, then there would be a short class. So the class should be at least of 1 hour. So we at least prepare the material of 1 hour and send it out. So I may add Mama's Murli or night class. The aim is have the class of 1 hour. So this is a big responsibility. Last question. So you used to write in notebook, then there were typewriters, then there were 150 Murlis, then it's in thousands, and now it's in 100,000s. Even now, Murlis go by post and they reach centers. But one question is there. The digital world is such that everyone has Murli in the hand. That why don't you send Murlis digitally and printers would print it? Why is that system not being used yet? So foreign lands are getting technically very sound. So, but in many villages in India, they don't have printing facilities. Some centers have computers, but not printers. So, we can't force them, you print. So we have stopped many things, but there are some centers we still give them murlis because there is also an attraction that they get something from Madhuban. We have stopped many things like Patra Pushp, but wherever there is facilities and when the sisters say that don't send it to me, we will print it. And those who say we want Murli from Madhuban, we don't have facilities, we send them. So we send Murlis in some Indian centers, we send them, but in foreign lands we don't send to any foreign lands. They are being printed there. And whatever translation is happening, I send it to London. They do translation in English, and then other languages are being translated. And I send the Murlis for translation 1 month before. Now we have Murlis of January ready with translation. So the sound and Murlis are being spoken as well. Those whose sound is good, those who have a good voice, they record Murli and also being printed. The essence is feeling is important, intellect is important, but the experience is involved in the feelings. So they have the feeling that if the Murlis come from Madhuban, there is a special feeling. And we also have the experience that when we read Murli from phone or when we read Murli from paper, that is also a big difference. And I also saw in the class that if we want to experience Didi, Dadis and other ancestor souls, we engage to Baba with such feelings. So we get that experience even now. Lot of thanks to you, Bhaiji. So today I heard that. So there's a pure proud that Baba gave him such big responsibility, and he has such big responsibility given by Didis and Dadis as well to take care of the Murli, and we will be receiving these elevated versions from you in future as well, and your health always.
ज्ञान की गंगा योग की यमुना, ज्ञान की गंगा योग की यमुना, ज्ञान की गंगा। स्नेह की सूरत ममता की मूरत, धारणा की धरती हो तुम दादी माँ। ज्ञान की गंगा योग की यमुना, ज्ञान की गंगा योग की यमुना, ज्ञान की गंगा। कल्याण का दिल में थार माँ, सरल चितवन वाली दादी माँ। विश्व कल्याण का दिल में थार माँ, सरल चितवन वाली दादी माँ। पूरा किया तूने मेरा सपना, तेरे सिवाना कोई अपना, तेरे सिवाना कोई अपना। राहों में तुम ही, तुम्हें छोड़ के जाऊं कहाँ। ज्ञान की गंगा योग की यमुना, ज्ञान की गंगा योग